morning, everyone, and welcome to another Toolbox Tuesday. If this is the first time you're joining me, my name is Shannon Donohoe Simpson. Today I join you at the beach in the Comox Valley at Point Homes, where the sun has just come up and the rays are pouring down. It's absolutely gorgeous. This week has been an incredible week of surrender, and that's why I'm picking today's topic around surrendering to the grip and letting the journey guide you. You know, even today as I was driving down here, I was like, oh man, I forgot to post my picture and my little write-up about what today was about, and I wanted to be down here right at sunrise, and that didn't work out either. And you know, I'm just trusting that I'm right where I need to be, and everything is working out as it's meant to. You know, in the past, I used to write all the lists and have everything written down and needing to control every moment, because it is the way that I thought that I could decrease my anxiety and have a better outcome of my life if I knew all the steps moving forward. And what I've learned more and more, and especially as this week has unfolded, that having the lists and following things exactly as I think they should be isn't how we're meant to live life. There needs to be more flow. There needs to be more openness to follow the intuitive nudges. And what unfolds and the synchronicities that come out of that, as I was shown this week, don't even make sense. You know, I've wanted to do, I know it sounds so silly, but clean out my closet for the longest time. And I thought, you know, how am I going to make this happen? Where am I going to fit it in? And I was at a girlfriend's house on Saturday night, and I was like, oh, well, I've got time tomorrow. Do you have time? And she's like, yeah, let's do it tomorrow. And literally, there we were for 5 hours cleaning out my closet. It was the most freeing thing ever. Tried on every piece of clothing in my closet. But to take all those things that I haven't worn in years and let them go was so amazing. And then the next day, yesterday, what I got done in a day doesn't even make sense, because I followed the intuitive nudges. I was like, okay, I need flowers, but man, I don't have time to get flowers. So I phoned a friend and I was like, Cameron, I really need to get some rose petals for my women's circle tomorrow night. I know you have a connection. And next thing you know, he's like, yeah, I've got rose petals for you. And not only did I get rose petals, but he dropped me off a bouquet of flowers. It was just like incredible. And all the things that unfolded yesterday. And then my girlfriend's like, well, I've got time tomorrow night. Why don't we go to Value Village and we'll pick out some new clothing for you to replace the stuff that we got rid of. And so all these things just unfolded, but effortlessly. I was on the radio yesterday. I filmed another podcast yesterday. Another podcast is coming out this week. And I pulled off going shopping. I got all my women's circle ready for tonight. Like, it doesn't even make sense, the things that are unfolding. And yet, they are. Because I'm not sticking, like, I'm making a list, but I'm not necessarily forcing myself to stick to that list. I'm allowing the intuitive nudges to guide me and take me where I'm meant to go. The book that I'm reading right now is so in alignment with this, and it's called The Surrender Experiment by Michael Singer. And he just talks about that we're not meant to control every moment in our lives. And he talks about being aligned. When we're aligned in our life, the things that can unfold are so magical, really. You know, so what if instead of trying to drive the car, simply trust that the universe guides us where we're meant to go, when we let go of trying to control every moment. And what if the things that I call mistakes are actually the universe ways of rerouting us towards where we're actually meant to go? You know, I think of all the things that have gone on in my life, whether it's through my cancer or through my son's journey through autism or this divorce that I went through in the last year. You know, I could have said that that was all wrong and that should have never happened and it wasn't good. And yet, it's brought me right here, right now, to this moment. And it's exactly where I'm supposed to be. And so, I'm letting go of the lists. I mean, I'll still write them, but it doesn't mean that I can't follow the intuitive moments that maybe take me on a different trajectory of today. Because life has a way of guiding us. And what if we just trust and let go and followed the intuitive nudges and watch the synchronicities of life unfold and the beautiful people that we meet when we let go of the control and trust and lean in to what life is bringing us in each perfect moment of here, right now, in the present. So, have a beautiful day. I'll see you all next Tuesday. If you are interested in connecting with me, you could reach out on my website at Shannon Donohoe Simpson and connect with me and learn how you can work with me as a coach, as a speaker, and maybe to facilitate your next event. I'm sending you all so much love. Have a beautiful day.